Just let it go. Just let it be. Why don't you be you and I'll be me? Everything that's broke, leave it to the breeze. Why don't you be you and I'll be me? All right, y'all. So just let it go. This is the title of the message, and this message is for someone that may be struggling to let a particular someone go. I'm being guided to share my most recent let go, and it was a painful one, y'all. It was a painful one. So, years ago, I was in a relationship with a guy, and during our relationship, he found out he had a child that he did not know about. They were from New Orleans, and everyone lost touch. And when Facebook started becoming popular and trending, she found his sister on Facebook and reached out and let her know that him and her had a child. She sent photos to the sister, and the sister called and contacted him and forwarded the photos to him. When I tell y'all, no paternity test needed, because that was his child. Like, she looked just like him and his siblings. So the mother was going through some things, and I'm not going to discuss her business because that's her story to tell. But she told him, "You need to come and get her. You need to come and get her. Now it's your turn to take care of her." At this particular time, I was really kind of tired of him, but I had just gone through the death of my mother and was literally still in my grieving stage. So, what did I do? I rented a car and I said, let's go down there and get her. Why did I do that? That was me dealing with my own codependent issues, um, and having that codependency. I was looking for something to do, something to take care of, so that I did not have to focus on what was in front of me going on. I did not want to deal with my feelings. So let's go get this child. So we went and we got this child, and I fell in love with her. I took care of her as though she was my own child. And when I decided this relationship between me and him, it's just not going to work, I called the mom and I said, look, we're having trouble and I'm about to end this. What do you want me to do with the child? And she said, I want you to keep her. Don't let her leave with him. You have been taking care of her. I'm afraid for her to go without there being someone that I feel mature and responsible around. And so that's what I did. She stayed for a while longer. I had her for about 4.5 years. And then the mom was ready for her to go home. And so I took her home and I stayed in touch. We have stayed in touch now for many years, to the point to where I call her my baby mama, because neither one of us speak to the father. So, with that being said, I would want to talk to her. I wanted pictures. I just wanted to watch her grow up. Now, it was a little difficult because mom was still trying to reestablish her relationship. So, what did that mean? Conversations became few and far between, to the point to where pictures began to stop. And now, here recently, as I've been healing and I'm coming up out of my shell and I am delivering these messages, my messages to her get left unread. I'm not even going to say unread. She reads it and does not respond. And at first, the first few messages, I thought nothing of it. People open up messages all the time and get distracted. I'm guilty of that. Um, so I thought nothing of it at first. But then I sent some very good news about what's been going on, lately within the family. And I sent pictures because we got a new baby in the family. And I wanted her to know about it because she grew up really close alongside with what I would consider a sibling for her. So I shared that good news and she read it and did not respond. Okay, got busy doing other things. But then I sent another message, and that one also, she did not respond. So I said, hold on, wait a minute. Spirit, what's going on? And Spirit said, it's time to let go. She sees the content that you are putting out. She sees how you are transitioning. She doesn't like it. It makes her feel some type of way. And I was still kind of conflicted. I was still kind of conflicted. And so Spirit brought a situation that had occurred. I don't know if this was last year. No, about 3 years ago. Because let's see, 2000 and I believe it was 2016 or 17. I went to New Orleans and I was supposed to see her, and the mom had stood me up. So she ignored all my calls, my messages. Um, and then during that time, Spirit said, well, she's nervous because you are still in contact with one of the sisters that she doesn't want to communicate with. And I was like, okay, I understand that. I understand that. And so I let her know, look, I'm going to respect you in how you want to do things with your kid, you know, whatever. But don't cut me out, block me out, whatever, because I feel like I should be able to at least watch her grow. I took care of her as though she was my own. I picked her up with nothing but the clothes on her back, and I provided for her with very minimum. So please give me some respect and just allow me to watch and be a part of her life from afar. And I kept telling myself, okay, well, as long as I'm respectful and, I just get to see her grow into a beautiful young woman, that's going to be, that's enough just to know that she's alive and well. And when she's old enough to have her own cell phone, social media, I won't even have to worry about baby mama. Um, but I did let her know that hurt my feelings. And in fact, just to even get her to respond, I said something like, that's all right. God, God's watching and you gonna get what you deserve. Yep. If you feel like you could just act like that, and I was mad, y'all. I was like, I really felt like I was the baby daddy or something, and like this mother is trying to keep me from my child. That's how I really felt. So I just felt like, ooh, karma gonna get your ass, because good and damn well that wasn't right. And so that was my feelings. That's how I felt. And as I expressed that to her, she was just like, oh, so what, you threatening me with some hoodoo voodoo? I was like, where the hell did that come from? But back then, I was, I've always been intuitive, and I've been working on really understanding and fine tuning my gifts. And so she showed herself then, and she let me know how she felt about me then, that she felt like, I was someone that practiced witchcraft or what have you. And I'll let her know, no, baby, I'm talking about God. God sees everything. God knows everything. And the karmic scales will get themselves together. And I corrected her and I got her straight on that. And we was cool. We picked back up or whatever. However, now we are in a place to where she sees the amount of work that I am pouring into myself. And she does not want to constantly be reminded of the past when she was going through some things and needed some help. So what does that look like for me? That looks like for me being X out of the picture because I'm a constant reminder of when she was going through lack. That's her business. That's her business and that's her prerogative. And she can do what she wants to do because we all are not going to have the same perspectives. We're all not going to feel the same. We're all not going to heal the same. And so for her, she needs to pretend that this chapter does not exist because, hey, whether she wants to focus on herself, heal that, whatever, it's her business. It's her story to tell. Did it hurt me? Yes, it did hurt me. I really felt some type of way when Spirit was like, it's time to just let go. You got to let it be. You know, what is broken, you just have to leave it to the breeze. She has free will. She gets to decide what she wants to do with her life, with her child, and I have to respect that. So, for whoever this message is for, you have to understand that people are not going to think like you. People are not going to feel what you feel. And sometimes they're not going to understand where you're coming from because they have their own feelings. They have their own emotions that they are struggling to work through. And if they choose to not address it, if they choose to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it never happened, that's their prerogative. And I know it's hard to hear, especially when, you have shared so much love that you feel like you are a part of and entitled to. But at the end of the day, we are not. And I'm sorry that it has to be that way, but it is time to let that person go. And whatever's meant to be is always going to come back around. I have to just trust and believe that I made enough of an impact to where when this child is able to find me on social media or whatever, hey, I'm out here, I'm posting content. I'm not going to be that hard for her to find. So I'm going to let go and I'm going to trust the process. And I know that this baby's going to come back to me in divine time because I poured genuine love, So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's time to let it go. I love you so much. You guys are beautiful, loved, and blessed. Bye.